Welcome to Hack Learning. This is episode 66, and it's Friday, and it's Hack Learning Uncut. Yes, on Hack Learning Uncut, we go with an unedited, uncut version. This is me making observations, occasionally making some rants, and hoping that you'll tune in and you'll join us over on Twitter at hashtag Hack Learning and on the Facebook page Hack Learning, and give us your feedback. We post on Fridays a little bit about Hack Learning Uncut, and we appreciate your feedback. So today we are talking about rigor. There's a trendy word in education, rigor, and this comes up over on Facebook at a group page that I co-moderate with Hack Learning author Star Saxton, and this is called Teachers Throwing Out Grades. If you want to check it out, you could go to nogradesclassroom.com and join the amazing conversation there. So someone posted in this group something about rigor, because it's not specifically about grades, but we're a little bit on the periphery in that group of assessment and grading. And rigor is something that people think of with grading, with testing, with homework, things like that. So one of the members of the group just puts a post up to start a conversation, and there's so much of this over there. Does anyone else shudder when they hear an admin use the word rigor? What does that word mean to you? And another member kicked off that conversation with a dictionary definition. He says, that definition suits him: rigid, harsh, unbending, associated with death, rigor mortis. Nothing that sounds all that great, right? Someone else weighs in, says it means you have a misguided administrator, especially when the term is used in the K-3 world. Now, someone else pushed back, and that's okay. We don't mind pushback with Hack Learning because we think it makes us better. So someone says disagree. All kids deserve rigorous instruction and curriculum. All kids deserve to learn independent thinking, to not be conditioned into learned helplessness, and to be able to creatively solve problems. Understanding rigor beyond the traditional dictionary definition and into how it applies to actual learning and child development is an integral part of any classroom. So this person goes beyond the dictionary definition, and is that what we need to do with rigor? Or is rigor rigor? Is it rigid, harsh, unbending, implying rigor mortis? And is that something we want in education? So let me share my opinion, because I do that here on the Hack Learning podcast, and of course on the uncut version, I may do it even more. So I weighed in on this conversation, and here's what I said, my 2 cents. There's no need for rigor in education. It only makes kids hate learning. If I said to you, hey, I want to teach you something new, but mind you, it'll be harsh, strict, unbending, I can't imagine you'd say, sweet, let's dive in. There may be some semantic issues here, but I fear we're going in the wrong direction when our goal is to make learning rigorous. Now, there was pushback for me too. Someone says, I think that's where you're confused. Now, do you consider me to be confused? Come on. Anyway, person says rigor is not about being hard, but having choices, diving deeper about a concept, putting the accountability of learning back in the hands of students, to which I replied, according to the dictionary, rigor means strict, harsh, unbending. It doesn't say anything about having choices, putting accountability in kids' hands. Now, I'm in favor of these things for sure, but they have nothing to do with rigorous instruction, at least if we're using the dictionary. So help us out here as we are uncut. Join us in the uncut world in Hack Learning. Tell us at hashtag Hack Learning on Twitter or on the Facebook page, where we will add a link to this post, what you think of rigor. Are we just arguing over semantics here? Is it one's opinion what rigor means? Or is rigor the dictionary definition and something that has no place in teaching and learning? Let us know your thoughts at hashtag Hack Learning and on the Hack Learning page. Now, in the uncut version of Hack Learning, we don't do the traditional show notes. We do link to it at hacklearningpodcast.com, and you can find the podcast, but mostly people who are listening are probably subscribers. Now, if you landed on this, welcome, first of all. But if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you never miss an edition of Uncut. And tell us what else you'd like to hear about in the Hack Learning podcast and in the uncut version, which comes your way on Fridays. In the meantime, give some thought to Rigor, join the conversation, and thanks as always for listening to the Hack Learning podcast. As always, we continue the conversation at hashtag Hack Learning on Twitter and on the show notes page at hacklearningpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next time.